Okay, here's another talk on the Mandela effect. Basically, from what I've gathered, this is a phenomena that is actually part of our everyday life now. But having looked at it and having seen the effect, this cannot be the work of someone who's competent or even half competent. Some dimwit, some kind of imbecile. Think about it. If I was to make changes to what people remember experiencing and going through, I wouldn't leave any residues. I would have thought things through. And then you would realize that there is things that you can't change without people noticing. Why would you attempt to change things that people will notice? You must have covered all your bases before making those changes. Now, the good thing for us is that this appears to be the work of some imbecile. Yeah. And that means that, it's shoddy workmanship, is making a lot of mistakes. And that's all right. That's all right. Um, if it was somebody who was intelligent, sorry, and had the ability to pull the wool over our eyes, and we had no way of detecting that there had been any change, then that would be worrying. But this is somebody who's not almighty, somebody who's not omniscient or all-knowing. Yeah. If he was all-knowing, he would have known that there would be residues or residues to his work. Yeah. It seems to be someone who makes a change that is being kind of like a change that comes from an emotional um, source, if you like. So somebody who gets angry or jealous and makes a change without actually thinking things through. Yeah. Now, obviously, we need to experience these changes. It's not going to be anything that that won't be anything that will be too hard for us to handle. We'll need to experience this change just to learn it, just to learn who's doing it, why they're doing it, and well, basically how to manipulate those who are doing this, because they don't appear to be very intelligent. Yeah, for you to make a change that involves the memory of 7 billion people on the planet, you need to be very careful. This doesn't sound like the work of someone who has the intelligence to know how to do that, but they're gonna do it anyway. So what I say is that we go through the Mandela effect, study it, uh, learn what behaviors of ours causes him or her to initiate these changes, learn how to spot the residues. Yeah. And that's going to be a mechanism in itself. Yeah. How to spot those residues, and how to figure out and predict when the moron that's doing this is going to initiate those changes. Now, from an individual point of view, um, I've been doing um, research on basically the consciousness, yeah, and foreign entities that invade the consciousness. And when you have a foreign consciousness within your consciousness that feels jealous of you, yeah, that's the starting point, jealousy. I won't go too much into my private work, but let's stick to the Mandela effect and this way of realizing what happens after you challenge someone like me, or after you challenge somebody who knows how to see what is unseen. Yeah. already everybody who's in the Mandela effect community knows how to see what others can't see, or where others cannot see. So when somebody comes into your consciousness and challenges you, when you have the ability to do that, um, this is a good source of knowledge. You take time to study that entity. Obviously, you try to avoid becoming mentally unstable, and try to keep away from paranoia. Try to get physical evidence for everything you believe in. Otherwise, you become the puppet. So I think intelligence is the key to unraveling the mysteries behind the Mandela effect. That's it. Bear that in mind, please.